All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, welcome to the New York section. So we have about 3 minutes to the market open, and NASDAQ's gonna start doing its thing. All right. So while we wait for the market itself, this is the first trading day of the week. Let's try and trade very carefully. As usual, every Monday we make sure we trade as careful as possible. Yeah, so that we don't potentially, have to go away and then we can't trade again for the week. So, all right, so let me quickly give you an update on the prop firm challenge itself. So far we are still at 4,800. We are behind by $200. So that means that we need to make $435. That is a lot that we need to make. So anyway, now we have a max loss remaining of just $200. So we have to use 4% to make 8%. So now we need to be very careful. That means that ideally, if I want to play it very safe, I need to be using 1% risk per every single trade, meaning that I would be risking $50 per trade. But honestly, I'm not going to do that because it's just going to be too slow before we can finish the whole challenge. I want to pass as quick as possible. The worst case scenario is that I fail the phase 2 and then I have to, go get a new account. But I don't want to fail the phase 2. So because of that, I'm going to also go carefully. But the way I'm going to go with it is that potentially now I have about 3 trading attempts left. So on the trade, the first trade of this week, I might risk $100 on the trade, but it has to be a really high quality trade setup whereby the stop loss is going to be exactly where it needs to be, but the risk is not going to be more than $100, right? And then the risk to reward, potentially one trade can give us even $400, $500. With what NASDAQ has been doing, like look at the move that happened yesterday, when market opened till today. That's about 600 points. That's more than enough to pass us and the account. Imagine we're able to catch a trade like that, and it just moves in a direction, and I'm using like one lot size as the actual lot size. It's the gold, man. All right, with that said, so potentially I have 3 trading attempts left. The first one, I'm going to risk $100. Hopefully I win it, but if I don't win it, if I lose it, then I'm going to reduce the risk on the next 2 trades, risking just about $50 on each trade. So right now, market is open now. Let's see. But my expectation right now is I cannot engage, although I believe that from here we can actually buy NASDAQ, from where it is now. The reason is because I'm put the stop right here and target the previous day high for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. The reason is that although it's not the best one, the reason for that is that NASDAQ has to go and take this previous day high right here. I mean the Asian high right here, and potentially tap into the supply zone, right? So right now NASDAQ is not in an area that I would love to really entertain myself and enter a trade in. Although it makes sense from here, it makes sense to actually buy NASDAQ because NASDAQ will reach the Asian high, and from the Asian high then we can start to see like rejection of sellers. But I'm not going to engage the trade. The reason I don't want to engage the trade, let's see, because where I will put the stop loss, where I'm supposed to put the stop loss is 200 points, and that is $200. If I should put it here, it's too close to the current price, and I might easily lose my lose out on the trade on time. So although it is the best thing to do actually, and potentially we can actually get a 1-to-3 from where NASDAQ is. I'm thinking that I might actually give it a shot, On Mondays, NASDAQ moves slowly. Some Mondays, it moves slowly, but it moves in one direction alone without going, it's not confused about where it is going. So, and because I still believe that there's a lot of potential for NASDAQ to the upside. So for that purpose, I'm going to take the first trade from this area. From this same area, I'm potentially going to take the first trade. and but can I risk $50? Can I risk $100? So now I'm trying to determine the risk. The level where the market currently is right now, it's not the best for the type of trade I like to take. However, I can see some confluence at the top. You know, NASDAQ will potentially go and take the previous day Asian high, and if NASDAQ has to do that, that presents with us, like, you know, a good opportunity to take the trade to the upside with NASDAQ. Why it is going to do that, and it might do that very slowly. So if I should put my stop where I'm thinking right now, I might potentially, you know, so this is what I'll do. I'm going to enter for a buy. I'm going to reduce my entry. I'm going to use 0.8. So I took a buy, guys. One click trading. I took a buy on NASDAQ because I believe that NASDAQ is going to go take the high. So let me show you the trade. Okay, so this is the trade I just took. Now I'm going to set my stop just a little bit below the current 15 minutes level itself, the range of the 15 minutes that the price is currently trading inside. So it's possible that, you know, we get faked out, but anyway, it is Monday. I don't want to hesitate. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I want to set my stop loss. My stop, I'm gonna put it right here at 24208.83. 24208. Okay, so it's gonna set it 24208. Right, and that is about 165. No way. 100. It's too much. 115. It's also too much. So the risks that I'm seeing, it's so much. So now I'm risking $105. It's a little bit more than what I want, but it is what I'm able to set, because there is no other level that I can put the stop that is like better than that. Although I could potentially drag it upward, you know, but I think I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it right there at $105. So yeah, it's still one of the best place. It's not the perfect place, but at least an okay place to put the stop loss, because the second best place to put the stop loss is below, and that's about $200 of risk, and I don't have that. So all right, so now it's about waiting and seeing how far the trade can go. In terms of target for take profit, where I think that we will take profit from today is 24781, the 1 hour zone, 24781.99. So I'm thinking that this level is going to be the take profit level, and that's about $293. If NASDAQ should make that move to get there, I'll be making about $293. So that's about 300 points, almost 300, almost 3 plus 350 points thereabout. So if NASDAQ make that move, then potentially we would anyway, we're also going to be monitoring the trade today. So I'm not going to just step away and let the trade be running on its own. I'm going to be looking at the chart, and I'm going to monitor what it is going to do, you know, basically throughout the session, so that I can, you know, know, okay, let me make a decision, let me close, let me, you know, one or two things. So I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, let's oh, we're having a good push in our direction. Actually, we're having NASDAQ pushing in our direction. Okay, that's a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one. That's a good one. So right now, NASDAQ's actually pushing in our direction. Let me show you the trading view. So the trading view is looking like this. NASDAQ is pushing. If we get NASDAQ to really push, as soon as they take the Asian high, I'll go break even at least. If I still want to keep holding the trade, I'll at least go break even by then. So that's by here, 186 points already. That would be good. All right, so it's now a waiting game now. So I'm in the trade. I'm buying NASDAQ, and my stop is just below the current 15 minutes level. So I think it should work out. The reason why I'm also thinking that is even there's so many confluence why NASDAQ should go to the upside. NASDAQ needs to fill the gap that opened on Sunday. And not only that, NASDAQ needs to potentially take the Asian high. And also NASDAQ might need to tap into the supply zone right in this box. So because of all these reasons, I think that, we might get a shot at NASDAQ right there. So as of right now, I'm already making 1% profit. So it's not looking bad. It's not looking bad at all. Anyway, let's hold on and see. We're almost at the first 10 minutes of the market open. So as soon as we have the first 15 minutes of the market open, we would see how we should react, if we should reduce our risk, if we should set our TP to break even, stuff like that. We're going to do the right thing. And today is also the first trading day of the week, so any profits that the market gives us, I think we should be happy to take it today, so that we can have a better margin to trade for next week. I mean, for the remainder of the week. So right now I'm already making about, based on this current market formation, so I'm thinking that it's good enough to start to reduce risk from risking $100 to potentially risking just $50 on this trade. Because based on the current formation, it's not expected that NASDAQ should come back all the way and take out this low again, because now it has created like a new high, so it's supposed to be respecting like higher high, higher low formation, but that's on the 1 minute, yeah. And but as I said, let me wait for the first 15 minutes candle to finish, then we'll make a follow-on decision after that. Okay, it's looking, I think it's looking good for now. It's looking okay for now. Let's give it a minute. Let's keep holding. So we'll keep holding, and let's wait on the trading view. In general, NASDAQ is doing so what's happening in the market is exactly what NASDAQ is following. The price of oil, has gone up a lot over the weekend. So that means that there will be some effects on the NASDAQ itself. If you see what's happening on NASDAQ on the 4-hour, NASDAQ is inside the, let me close all this session break. NASDAQ is inside the last demand zone, 4-hour demand zone. Like if this zone did not hold, NASDAQ is automatically turning bearish, like so. So technically now this zone has to hold if if buyers are going to take control of the market, and also because whatever NASDAQ does now is going to really set the tone for the second half of the year, right? For the second quarter of the year rather, because if NASDAQ cannot take control of these zones right now, then it means that investors are looking for a different view of the market. They're looking at the different conditions, especially in the market. And NASDAQ is a top 100 company assets, so we're trading the top 100 indices of companies in the US, and it's based on the war, it isn't looking the best, because manufacturing and transportation issue, but now we will see. NASDAQ might slowly correct itself, over time, but we're going to potentially be seeing sharp selling momentums whenever headlines are released. So anytime a new headline is released, potentially we might be actually seeing like sharp sell-off. Like what happened this Sunday open, you see this red candle right here that just went crazy. Like a single candle went almost 300 points. See, from here to here, that candle alone, you know, is caused by, you know, probably some headline or something, you know. And the funny thing is that I actually took a buy last week on Friday. I took a buy at this level. I took a 1 to 2 risk reward and I closed, right? I closed the trade in profit. Thank God I did. I was just targeting this level, and as soon as price get there, I just closed, and it was ranging, and then imagine I was holding a trade at this level. By the time the market even opens today, I'll probably chop stop loss, and I will chop stop loss more than I should actually chop because it's it's going crazy right now. Anyway, 2 more minutes before the end of the current candle. So at least I was able to enter the trade at the bottom here. So, and I put my stop at about 100 and how many points thereabouts. I'm using quite I'm using 131 point stop, but I actually reduced the lot size. So the risk itself is $105 for a 0.8 stop loss. As soon as the 15 minutes candle close, I'll reduce that risk from that 105, you know, to something around maybe even going break even. Maybe potentially even going break even actually. But instead of going break even, I could just close the whole trade and call it a day. So because if I break even and then they come and take me out and then they later go up, then I will feel like, oh, why did I go break even early? So 1 more minute and the candle is going to close. So after that, I will reduce the risk from 105. I'll reduce the risk, and the market has also shown us that it is going to go up. Right now, it's facing resistance at the 1 minute 1 minute candle. So if you see on the 1 minute, there is a minor resistance on 1 minute right here. So this level. So potentially now we need to see a candle that breaks out of this level, breaks it to the upside, and then we have more confirmation that NASDAQ is going higher. I think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of you know, how quick they will do it. So if after the okay, I think we've just broken out of it now. Okay, we've broken out of it. So nice. So we've broken out of that level. It suggests that NASDAQ will keep buying. Now I'm making about $70 right now. So let me just show you. I'm making about $76. So what I'm going to do now, okay, and the candle has also it's about to close in 45 seconds. So in 45 seconds the candle will close, and I'm already making about $100. That's good. What I'm going to do now, let's set break even now. Let's go break even. There's no point in risking any more money. Or at least, okay, let's not go exactly break even, but let's set a very small risk. I have $814 on my account, so I'm going to use the risk to just my entry. You know, I'm gonna put it. So I set my since I already crossed about $100 1 to 2. I moved my break even. Now I'm at $5 break even profit. So now we are risk free on this trade, totally risk free, totally risk free. So I'm going to consider closing off some position as soon as we take the Asian high. So right now NASDAQ has not yet taken the Asian high, but it will soon take it. So I'm gonna take off some position. I'm gonna, you know, I'll take out some things. But then, man, if NASDAQ really wants to keep going to Asian high, previous day high, that is a long way coming, bro. Can I hold this trade if in case NASDAQ wants to go as far as that? If NASDAQ wants to go as far as going to the previous day high, that would be so much profit. I'm telling you guys, like, that would be a lot of profit. Right now we're making $100. I don't know if I should close yet. Anyway, two things would happen. If I happen to be making $200, I will close the position. You know, the TP itself is at about $300, right? But if this trade managed to reach the 200 level and I'm feeling like I should close, I might just close so that we'll come back again for tomorrow. Right now, I've already set break even, so I'm no longer in any risk on this trade. Okay, and that's a good one. But I'm not gonna close right now. I'm just gonna keep holding because there's still a lot of opportunity for price to move to the upside. So I change my break even to $9. All right, so it's a waiting game now. There is also a gap that NASDAQ is filling up. You see, it's filling up a gap over there. So the Asian high is about how many points away now? The Asian high is also a few points away, 70 points. Okay, so potentially we're going to be seeing more and more and more momentum from the market right now. The Asian high is about 70 pips away. So let's see, let's go. I think it's a good way to start Monday with taking a direction that goes in our way. I've seen this trade set up before, like happen again and again. So that's why I was able to know, okay, let me just enter a trade for a buy. I've seen scenario before whereby NASDAQ started buying at the Asian low and then it's ranging and then market open on Monday and it just continued going in one direction. On Mondays, I've noticed that NASDAQ sometimes can be slow on Mondays, but it goes in one direction without serious opposing force. So if that is true, that's just data. That means that, you know, at least it can keep going for a while, for a while, for a while, for a while. So, and another thing right now is that the strongest resistance for NASDAQ is actually not in the Asian high. The strongest resistance right now for NASDAQ is after the Asian high. It's not even like here. It's somewhere here. Right? It's somewhere here. And if you check that on 1 hour, yeah, we check that out on 1 hour, that is like, you know, that is something. That is like the area where NASDAQ was last week, that it was struggling to go past. That's exactly the area of stronger resistance. So potentially throughout today, NASDAQ can reach that level. Although we're going to make a decision very soon to close or to keep holding the trade, probably in the next 15 minutes, you know, so that we can take whatever profits that the market has given us, because right now the account is in drawdown and we need more profits to get out of drawdown and then potentially now get the next trade that will pass us the challenge. So I'm already making about $100. I could close right now, but I don't want to close, man. I don't want to close. There is more and I want more. There is more and I want more. Okay. So let's take a look again at the equity edge. Some things I did wrong last week Friday. Honestly, I was having a lot of emotional struggle on Friday. It started from Thursday. So you see, I was taking multiple trades in one day. Like you can see in total, I've taken 19 trades on the account. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be just like under 10 at the most. But you see, on one day, 4 3 4 3. Okay, no, 5 of March, 5 of March, 5 of March, 5 of March. I've executed 1 2 3 4, almost 10 trades in one day. 5 6 7 8 9 10. I executed 10 trades in one day, and then on 6 I executed 3 trades. So somehow I was, you know, my psychology was messed up on Thursday and last week in general, because we should have passed this challenge since last week, and I don't know, you know, somehow it just didn't happen, and that messed up with me a little bit, and I need to recognize that fact so that I would be more cautious in my trades decision. Anyway, this week I have had time to relax over the weekend and decided that I'm gonna give my best to make sure that I pass the phase 2 and get the live account, get the credential, and make at least a withdrawal from the account before we lose it. It would at least it will pay us. It will pay us. Let's go, NASDAQ. I think we're making more profit right now. It's still pushing higher. So as soon as we are taking the previous day Asian high, so I'm going to potentially make decision. If we can take the Asian high from there, that would also already give me like, good enough profits by there. So let me just wait and see how NASDAQ is going to blow through the Asian high in style. It might happen slowly. If it doesn't happen in this current 15 minutes candle, it might happen in the next two 15 minutes candle. That's how NASDAQ actually does its move. If a 15 minutes candle moves slowly, the next one can also move slowly. But the one after that, boom, it's going to be an explosive candle. It's going to be like a decisive decision candle. And also, towards the end of a 15-minute candle, NASDAQ always move faster. You can see exactly that was how the current candle also works. The 15-minute candle that we started with today. As soon as it was about 1 more minute for the candle to close, boom, it started pushing like as high as possible. Okay. So not much profit yet. We are still, we're still waiting. We are still waiting. The profit is still not like, huge. So for us to be making $200, it has to make this type of move. It has to make another layer, and when it does that, I'm going to close the trade. Then we'll go and reposition for tomorrow, whereby we can, because if that happens, we'll get out of drawdown, and if we can get out of drawdown, it's perfect for us. We will be able to then, in clear mind, come back like tomorrow and another day and just take the best trades as much as possible. Okay, all right, let me switch to the MT5 now so you could see what's going on there. All right, you can see that we are slowly making, 100 and okay, back to $90. So it's just floating in between. So we basically just need to see NASDAQ make a clean push now. If it can make a clean push, that's going to make a difference. So there's 6 minutes for this current candle to close. So let's wait again. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for this candle to also close. Sometimes when I'm waiting for market to do its thing, I just find some other small things that I could do. But although I need to still keep a sharp mind, make sure that I'm focused on the chart. I'm looking at the decision that is happening at every zone, like at the demand zone, at the resistance zone, so that I can say, okay, maybe I should close now, maybe I should not close now, So, but for now, let's keep holding. All right, still looking good for us. So, still looking good for us. Right, so we've got 5 more minutes for this current candle to finish. So in 5 minutes time now, I believe we should see a decision, or we should be making a decision at least. So we should know what's going to happen. What is NASDAQ going to do? The good thing right now is that we are risk-free. We're no longer having any risk in the market, so it's good. It's about taking profits. That's just the only thing now. It's about market has given us profit. Make sure we take it, kind of a thing. And honestly, I think I prefer trading on days whereby NASDAQ moves slowly and steady, because whenever NASDAQ is moving very fast, too fast, like it gives you good profits and then it takes it back immediately. You are unable to even make a decision. Like it's funny. Righty, guys. So the first so this current candle is doing somehow. It's doing somehow, and I'm trying to see if we need to make a decision. I'm trying to see if we need to make a decision. I don't want to make a quick decision because NASDAQ, it will still move. It's just that it is now slowing down, but it is still going to go, right? So, and if you see what's happening on the 1 minute, it is making the new higher high, higher low formation. So potentially this is going to be the new higher low formation. Then it will start, the next leg to push higher again. So we just have loved to see it, everybody loves to see the price just go directly to their profit, of course, but most of the time it doesn't happen like that. It's before price just rush into your take profit level, it might potentially pull back higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and it does that just just to satisfy the market. Okay, I have a feeling that NASDAQ can go all the way for the previous day high, but if they don't do this today, then tomorrow they will go for the high of last week. So it means that potentially we might already be very close to where NASDAQ will stop moving from today. Ideally, I think it should face resistance at this level, at the supply zone level that we draw right here. So that's why I'm still potentially holding for now to see if we can get a little bit more squeeze. I would have loved if I get more push and close. Instead of closing now, I would have loved to get a little bit more push and then I close after that push, so that's but anyway, I will soon make the decision. And for me, what has to happen for me to make that decision? Anyway, so in order to make good decision, what I'm trying to do right now is that I want to set the break even to $50. So remember how right now we're making $100, right? And I've not closed. So I want to shift my take profit to $50. So what I'm gonna do, I have 4,814. So I'm gonna take it to $40. So if you close me out at $40, for example, it's going to at least mean that we make some money on the accounts, and that will take us a little bit upward. So I'm going to potentially wait at this level. So let's keep waiting for NASDAQ. All right, so I've set my stop. I'm not going to change it. Set it. I'm just going to leave it there. So it's two things. It's either I leave it there where it is, or or I accept that if NASDAQ should come and take me out in my other break even, would I be happy? But I will not be happy. So the second 15 minutes candle has closed. I hope that this new 15 minutes candle can be the one that will have the momentum and push through the levels that we are looking to push through. In fact, I'm gonna go $50 now. I'm not gonna just, right? So I set my break even to 1%, which is a $50 TP. So if NASDAQ should respect what it is doing, we are going to make money. So in either way, I've protected the trade. I've set my TP into profit, and now I'm only going to potentially keep waiting for NASDAQ to complete the move. If it does complete the move, it's either we make $50, which is 1%, which is not bad, or we make more money. Hopefully we make more money. So now let's wait. That's another 15 minutes. So I'm thinking that the stream has been going on for about 30 minutes now. All right, let me wait for another extra 30 minutes then. Extra, yeah, 15 minutes. Then I will close the stream there. All right, so just waiting now for NASDAQ to make a decisive move. I hope it does make a decisive move in this session, and then we would be good. We'll be good. So let me switch to the trading view. So the trading view, the TP is right here. The TP is somewhere here. Yeah, it's a 1 to, well, it's a 1 to 3 risk to reward, right? So a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So I think it's pushing now. We're getting the push actually happening. If we get a good push, that would complete the move, and then we'll just go. That would complete the move, and we would go. Alrighty. So I'm still waiting for the TP to hit and just trying to do something else while I'm waiting for the price to make moves. So in case I'm distracted, I want to put my TP, I want to put my alerts right here. I'll put an alert at the high. Alert limit reach, delete all inactive accounts. Okay, delete every inactive alert. Then this one had an alert right here. Okay, good. Then I also had an alert here. I don't need to have an alert over here because I have my stop loss there. All right, guys and girls, we're waiting now to see what Mr. NASDAQ is going to give us. Hopefully, we're going to get a very good one. And it's happening. It's going to happen. So we've been here for about 30 minutes. And let's say 35 minutes. So if this current candle also doesn't really push, it should technically, it should push. But that means the next candle is going to be the one that will push. But I believe that this candle will be the one that would actually do the push as well. This candle better push. Oh, it is pushing actually. This current candle is pushing. See, now we are trading higher than we were trading before. We're trading $118, much higher than what we are trading before. So that means that this candle potentially is going to make the move that we're looking for. So for NASDAQ to get to the previous day Asian high, we need to see it to do a 90-point move, and that's what we want to see. That's what we wanted to see. Alrighty, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So far, we've made a move of how many points? 150. So I'm not making 150 because I'm using 0 points. 0.8. Alrighty. Okay, that's about 10 more minutes for this current candle to close. When this candle finish closing, I'm going to also make a decision what I'm going to do, if I'm going to just keep holding or close. I wanted to do it on this session so that, you know, we have the best. Alrighty. All right, we're getting more push. That's a good one. We're getting more push. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Hopefully this candle would complete a push, give us a take profit level, and then we'll call it a day. We'll call it a day. Okay. All right, guys. By the way, yeah, I'm using the iPad, so I'm just entertaining myself while I wait. While I wait for the market to do what it needs to do, I'm not gonna be chasing and chasing and chasing. Okay, we're getting good push. Okay, 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 okay. All right, 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 all right. NASDAQ, 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 NASDAQ. Give us profit. Well, anyway, right now it's already giving us profit. It's just we want the complete profit, so we want the complete profit. It's already giving us the profit. All right, guys. So I'm thinking we should make a. Let's close the stream now. So we're making still $100, okay? And I'm trying to target about 100 and about $200 profit before I close. At least I want NASDAQ to make a move. I don't want to close yet. So I set the stop to $50. I'm okay with that. So if I don't get stop out, as long as NASDAQ keep moving, I'm gonna keep holding it until it goes, unless they stop me out. So with that said, let's call it an amazing day. So today, just know that it's a winning day, and tomorrow we'll come again and take a new decision in the market. All right, happy and safe trading, anyone. So if, as usual, if you have any question, leave it in the comment section or join the Telegram channel for all the real-time updates. I'm going to be sending the updates once I close this trade on the Telegram channel. So let's have an amazing one. I will come and trade again tomorrow, and see you, and happy and safe trading. Bye-bye.